Hello. Okay, so with the soft part, a lot of people tend to either put the tambourine on their knee completely, so they have like the tambourine like this at a low angle, and then they'll put both of their hands on the top, so it'll be very muffled, and they'll just play it softly with like the top two fingers right on the edge. So you'll see a lot of people do that in professional audition takers. So you hear that. Um, I mean, it works. It's soft, but it doesn't really sound like the tambourine. Um, it's very choked, and you don't hear any of the head. All you hear is the jingles. It's clear, but it doesn't sound like a tambourine. It just sounds like a bunch of like that. The way I kind of counter that is not to put my hands completely on the head that it muffles it, just enough. So what I kind of do, I put my thumb in the middle, so you hear a little bit of the tambourine ring, and then I just, so you hear a little bit of the ring. You can change where you put your thumb on the head to change how much ring there is, or the type of sound you want. Or so you can decide what you want to do about that, how much ring you want. If you need less ring, just put both thumbs in the middle or wherever you want. So you'll see that. The other way people do this, they'll put the tambourine, like literally the head, on their knee, so it also muffles the head a lot. So then if you have that and your hands on the tambourine at the same time, then it's really muffled, and then it just sounds like jingles. So I personally don't like that sound, but if you like that sound and you make it sound like the music, then that's fine. It's all about personal preference, and it's all about what's required of the music. So if this sound does not sound like the music, then it's not supposed to be for that piece. But if it is okay for the piece, then that's fine. So it's all about making sure that the way you're playing is representative of the style that you want and what the style is of the music. So it's always serving the music. So yeah, that's how I would approach any soft playing, is basically having a little bit of ring. I like ring, so because it helps a little bit when you're playing soft, because if you have a little bit of ring, then you have a little bit of what I call length of note. So that'll help. If it's always choked, then it doesn't really help as much if you make a mistake, or if you make one little uneven thing. If you have a little bit of a mishap, the ring will help, because it just helps, at least in my version. If you don't, then everything has to be perfect, and there's not much leeway for a mistake. So I would do it that way. But either way, if you want to do it with no ring or with a little bit of ring, it works. And then any soft rolls that you have to do, people usually do it also on the knee. Sorry, I don't have beeswax on my... So also they probably will have their hand somewhere on the tambourine that'll make it very muffled. So I don't have beeswax on my tambourine. I just got a new head. So it'll also be very muffled like that, instead of having a little bit of ring. Again, it depends on what the music is calling for. So if it needs to be very, very soft, then it doesn't need too much ring. Just enough, instead of having a completely muffled, So same thing. You have it on your knee, either like this or like this if you don't want too much ring. which would be the tambourine covering the knee. So that's how I would approach any soft playing, especially in an audition mode. Okay.